Welcome to the Roundup, episode 11, where we corral all the freshest news stories and bring it to you live every Thursday at 5 p.m. from downtown Canada. This week we talk about the Season 2 patch notes for Black Ops Cold War and Warzone, GTA6 Rumors, Illinois, the state of Illinois, the state with Chicago, trying to ban GTA and other violent video games. I know, crazy, right? And Sony raking in $2.6 billion in sales for the PS5. I stream from Mondays to Thursdays at 5 p.m. and on Thursdays I do the live show, the Roundup, where I put this on YouTube right after. Check it out live when I do it and enjoy the video. Okay, first news story. Call of Duty, Warzone, and Black Ops Cold War Season 2 update fixes and game most annoying maps. Okay, so finally we have today's update day. I kind of don't even want to do the Roundup. I just want to play the new map and the new additions to Warzone. But we gotta go get through the news first because this is an important news day. So Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, and Warzone's latest season is almost here. An update patch will bring changes all over both games. The biggest change are almost all map related, but there are also new weapons for both games and also whole new zombie mode called Outbreak. I really want to check that out. That will be the biggest zombie mode ever. The change players are likely to notice as soon as they fire up any of the Call of Duty Season 2 modes are the map changes. While the map changes for Verdansk remain a mystery, okay, so this is a little different. This is a little bit older. The new arrival of the Vodonio ship is certain to change a few things around the map. So I've seen pictures already of the map, and it shows a ship on the shore of prison. So that'll be a new spot we can hit up, which we'll check out after this new show. Meanwhile, multiplayer Treyarch has used the new season to bring a few updates to the maps like Crossroads, Cartel, and Moscow, which each received a few revisions. This patch also includes Outbreak, a new objective-based zombies mode that will let you explore a new massive open-world map. Players will still use some of the familiar zombie mechanics, like buy weapons, upgrading them, but they will use the weapons to complete new objectives that get harder as each match goes on. After completing one objective, players will get the chance to either extract or explore the open world, or move on to the next and more difficult objective. That's cool. So what they did was they took the fire team maps, like the big fire team maps, and they added them to zombies, which makes sense. Which makes it a bit easier, a bit more open world where you can just drive around running over zombies. So I'm surprised they never did it before. This new season will begin somewhere between 9 p.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific time, and Treyarch also will let players know that the download size for the Black Ops Cold War content would be between 10 to 25 6.5 gigabytes, while Warzone update would be about 16 to 20. So they split it between the two. For a look at the changes, additions coming to Call of Duty Warzone and Black Ops Cold War Season 2, you can check the patch notes. So these are the patch notes. Complete new undead challenges, Outbreak Warzone to unlock new rewards. Available for limited time, so you can play Outbreak for free. Far Out 83, this is the new assault rifle that everybody's talking about. We'll check it out on Warzone. Available to unlock in Season 2 Battle Pass. The new LC-10, which is the new SMG, available to unlock Season 2. Machete, damn, new melee weapon available via in-game challenges. The Groza unlock. Groza's always been here. For the Groza assault rifle, that's right. Unlock. Okay, so there's different skins for the Battle Pass. New 100 tier Battle Pass available in Season 2. Adding attachment flyout description on weapon previews in Battle Pass. Naga, the new bad guy, the new baddie in the game. Sedan. New vehicle available in Season 2 for Outbreak and multi-team modes. Light truck. The lobby has been updated. I've noticed that. I started the game just to see if everything was updated before I started the stream. Yeah, the lobby is very different looking now. It's kind of like a video going on. It's like a video lobby. It's interesting. Usually the last ones they were video lobby too, but they were not as complicated as this one. Combat Records added shot tracker to Combat Records multiplayer weapon screen. For each weapon, this displays distribution of hits across different body parts as well as damage multipliers assigned to some of those body parts, addressing an issue where okay, this is what I want from Call of Duty. I don't know if they do it already. I don't know if they don't. If there's like a menu I haven't checked yet, but I want like literally the stats for the last 5 to 10 games. Can you do that? Like, can you just keep record of you can keep record of like the game itself, the download file. Just keep the stats for the last 10 games. Like give me the option to like say, oh, I want the last 5 game stats. I want the last 10 game stats. So like when I'm playing Warzone, I kind of want to go look back. I'm like, okay, well, how did I do in the last 5 games? Did I get better, or did I get worse? It'd be cool to see like, okay, here's the 5 games I played. I had 20 kills in this. Actually, I've never had 20 kills, but I've had 6 kills in this round, and I had 0 in this one, and then see how I've improved. I don't even think that's hard. It's just data. Just keep like, it's just an Excel file. That's all it is. You just when the game ends, just copy paste and like, why do I have to do it? Like, I don't want to do that shit. But yeah, that would make it so much easier. After Action Report implemented a smoother transition between leveling up animation and displaying current levels. After Action Reports now only show rewards of the last level when leveling up several ranks at once. Prestige. 4 new prestige levels added in Season 2. Season 8, so 8 to 11. I got to 6, I think. I didn't get to 8. New prestige rewards available unlock at Prestige 8. Music player, okay. So let's get to some new bundles. Multiplayer, a new map. Apocalypse, a new 6v6 available in multiplayer. Apocalypse 24/7 featured. Okay, makes sense. Obviously, they want that. Made cover adjustments, including reduced heights, bushes. Yeah, thank you, thank God. That's why I hate fucking Cartel, because the bushes are way too big. Made cover adjustments, including reducing the heights of bushes in certain locations to increase predictability of engagements. There, thank God. Crossroads Strike, my favorite map. Improved character visibility in key areas. Sorry. Made cover adjustments to address unintended exploitable sightlines. Satellite. Closed small gaps in cover. Okay. Moscow. Trimmed unused space near the starting spawn to address areas that cannot be flanked. I think Moscow is way too big. They need to make a Moscow Strike. Like, make a smaller version of Moscow. For 6v6, Moscow is massive. Maybe have it like just around the subway. Maybe just make it that. Raid, you don't need to do anything with Raid. Raid is one of the greatest maps of all time. Express, address an issue that would allow players to spawn in front of the active train. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, you shouldn't be spawning in front of the train. That's kind of dumb. So multiplayer, they added gunfight. Available in multiplayer starting Season 2. Oh, gun game, sorry, not gunfight game. Progress through a set of 20 weapons from pistol to knife, advancing to new weapons with each elimination. Melee kills set the target back to a level into their weapon progression. First player to kill an enemy with each weapon wins the match. So it makes sense. This is a good one. Gunfight blueprints, search and destroy UI, do not care as much. So playlist Apocalypse 24/7, gun game blueprints, face off. Okay, let's get to the Warzone. I guess League Play, Zombies. Outbreak available in Zombies. Start Season 2. Okay. I've never actually tried this mode, Dead Ops Arcade. Oh, they don't have anything for Warzone. Okay. On to the next news story. So GTA 6 rumors are flying everywhere. So this is from Games Radar Plus. GTA 6 release date, news, and rumors. GTA 6 March 25th reveal is making the rounds online, but is there any truth to the speculation? So GTA 6 rumors are coming in more and more regularly, which usually means one or two things. People are desperate for some GTA 6 news, or B, we're getting closer to GTA 6 reveal. The latest gossip that GTA 6 could launch in October 23 and will be set in Miami. That's for the dubious online source, though. But additional details, I've heard rumors that it might be set in Miami and also be set in Colombia, like in Bogota or something. That's just another rumor that I've heard of. Honestly, like like Grand Theft Auto is only set in three like cities. Like it's either L.A., New York, or Miami. I would love for a new city. Like I know Vice City was a long time ago. That was like in the 2000s, and Miami will look beautiful now in the new graphics. But I kind of want something new. I don't know. Does anybody else feel that way? They kind of want like maybe like that's why I like the idea of maybe it being set in Bogota. That would be so cool. Like if half the game was in Bogota and half the game was in Vice City, I'd be cool with that. Okay. The break includes single male dubious resources, but additional details from the leak includes a single male protagonist, with the game being set in the 1970s, which is a chapter story like Red Dead Redemption 2, combined with Rockstar's teasing fans with official support account telling us stay tuned for GTA 6 updates on Twitter. It just keeps getting more and more exciting. According to Kotaku reports, a new entry in the GTA Grand Theft Auto series is early in development as of April 2020. That reports also suggest we can expect to see a smaller launch with the game expanded through updates in the manner of an MMO like GTA Online. The development timing means expecting the game to be a PS5 and Xbox Series X title. Well, obviously it's not gonna be made for Xbox One and PS4. No way. Um, Title sure bet. The release date for remastered GTA 5 for PS5s in 2021, suggesting that we could be waiting till at least 2022 for GTA 6. Keep reading for all the tea and the rumors circulating around the internet, which we paired with some particularly enthusiastic theories from Games Radar's team to satiate your appetites. Below, you'll find everything we know about GTA 6, from how many playable characters it might have to potential locations, thanks to the flood information from alleged GTA 6 Project America's leak. Get reading. So the next GTA has been in development since 2012, but production didn't properly get set properly until 2015. I'm assuming, and focusing more on Red Dead. Okay, I'm assuming after Red Dead 2, they started working on GTA 6 because I think they decided. Sorry, give me one second. Let me drink my coffee. I think because they decided like after was it GTA 5 that the entire Rockstar team would work together. Like Rockstar like North would work with Rockstar LA. They would all work on the same game together. So that's like thousands of people working on one game. That's why Red Dead Redemption 2 is so polished. And it took so long to make because they had all these people working on the same game. So, when did Red Dead Redemption 2 come out? 2018? And GTA 5 came out in 2013. So they took about 5 years to make Red Dead Redemption 2. So it's probably going to be taking another 5 years. So, yeah, I think 2022, 2023 makes sense. I think it might be too early for a release date. Or not a release date, for an announcement. I still think maybe I could see it happening close to the end of this year, close to 2022. Just the announcement. And then maybe a trailer late 2022. And then 23, maybe summertime or fall. Around then they release it. That makes the most sense because they need time to make a game like this. Because if you think about it, like GTA 5, they put a lot of work into that game. And that game still makes money for them. Like every year, they sell so many copies of that game, and they sell all those like the shark cards, like the in-game currency. So they need to make sure this game is right because this game could make another like 60, 70 million copies if they do it right. So the codename is Project Americas, both Vice City, new fictional location based on Rio de Janeiro. Oh, okay, so they're saying Rio de Janeiro. I thought it was based on Bogota. Some linear missions take place in Liberty City, but isn't an open world. The game will balance realism and arcade. It won't be realistic as Red Dead Redemption 2, thank God. That was as great as that game was. The realism kind of like popped me out sometimes. One play protagonist male, not female, despite supposed leaks. Yeah, there's been rumors that it might be female. Set in 1970s, 80s, so get into the Narcos era. You play as an up and coming drug lord wannabe Ricardo. Another key character called Casey is part of the narrative. You start off as a grunt. Will feature a chapter system similar to Tarantino flick Red Dead Redemption 2. Weather is a heavy focus. Yeah. So there's rumors, so it might be real. We don't know. We'll eventually figure it out. All right. Next news story. Illinois rep wants to ban all violent video games to curb violence. Okay. So I guess this news story links with the previous news story with GTA6. So, an Illinois legislator is looking to ban the sale of all violent video games in the state, according to the amendments that would adjust a 2012 law, which currently keeps retailers from selling certain violent games to minors. Documents were filed on Friday to Republican Marcus C. Evans. It's always a Republican, man, that wants to ban video games. It's annoying. It's never a Democrat. Prove me wrong. To an increase in carjackings and violent crimes in Chicago. House Bill 3531 would prevent the sale of all violent video games in the state. As defined in the bill, a violent video game is described as one that allows users or player to control a character within the video game, that it is encouraged to perpetuate human-on-human violence in which the player kills or otherwise causes serious physical or psychological harm to another human or animal. Elsewhere, the amendments legislator looked to change the definition of serious physical harming to including carjacking, among other things. Rates of carjacking have increased across Chicago, with 218 incidents reported to police in January, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. The bill would prohibit the sale of some of those games that promote the activities that were suffered from in our community, Evans told the Sun-Times. A $1,000 fine was proposed for those that sell and rent violent video games. The bill will certainly face scrutiny. In 2011, the Supreme Court said that California legislators could not ban a sale of violent video games to minors. Well, yeah, also you can't sell video games to minors, like especially GTA 5. This is the problem with the parent. Like, if the parent is like, "Oh, I don't give a shit. Let me give GTA 5 to a 12-year-old, 13-year-old." Like, that's your problem. Like, why is it the problem of like of video games that you're selling like a violent video game to like a teenager? Like, and in my opinion, like, I watched a lot of violent movies when I was younger because I was the youngest brother of my family. So like my brothers were older, and they didn't care. They're like, whatever, let them watch Terminator 2 when I was like 9 or 10 years old. It was kind of scary, but like I turned out okay. I didn't turn out like, this crazy killer or something. Blah blah. It's just like, I think human beings in general, you think about it, back in the day, we were hunter gatherers, right? So a kid, maybe killing like, a deer at 13 or something like that was probably normal back in before our cushy society that we live in nowadays. That this was probably normal to us, Maybe like a boy killed somebody at 15. It's just nowadays we're cushy and we're like, soft and we're getting fat, like me. But I think obviously somebody under the age of 10, it's probably not great to give them a video game. And plus, obviously, I've played Call of Duty and I play with kids who are 10 years old. They probably shouldn't be playing. But again, it's the parents' fault. The parents have to be the ones who give a shit about the kid, The parents have to give a shit that the kid is playing these games. Some parents are like, here you go, here's an iPad, just fuck off, leave me alone. I get it. You're a parent, you don't have any time for yourself, but maybe you should have pulled out, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, let me continue the story. Like the protected books, plays, and movies that precede them. Okay, wait. The bill certainly faced scrutiny. 2011 Supreme Court said that California legislators could not ban sales of I talk too fast. Legislators could not ban the sale of violent video games to minors. The video games qualify as free speech. Again, the greatest thing about being in the West is that we can do whatever you want. Like the protected books, plays, and movies that preceded them. Video games communicate ideas and even social messages through many familiar literary devices, such as characters and dialogue, plot and music, and through features distinctive to the medium, which adds the player interaction with the virtual world. Supreme Court Justice Scalia. Oh yeah. Oh, I've never seen that person her name written down. Oh no, it's a guy. Scalia. Yeah. Wrote the suffers to confer First Amendment protection. Also, there was this famous study that in 2020, the American Psychological Association reported that there is little scientific evidence that supports causal link between violent video games and violent behavior. It was a 10-year study. I remember I was watching that guy Skizzle. He's a really good YouTube channel. He was saying like, yeah, there's absolutely no link. So, violence is a complex social problem that likely stems from many factors that warrant attention from researchers, policymakers, and public. APA President Sandra L. Shulman wrote in a report attributing violence to video games is not scientifically sound and draws attention away from other factors such as history of violence, which we know from research is a major predictor of future. Yeah, I would say that if you were like, let's say if your parents abused you, or you were like, or like your brothers or sisters abused you, like that's more of a likelihood that you will do some sort of violent stuff. However, the APA did not suggest that there was a small reliable association with increased aggression like yelling and pushing, but that these allegations do not extend to more violent outcomes. These are familiar finds to an international study published in 2018. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think many people know about history. As human beings, we were violent motherfuckers, man. We were killing each other for long periods of time. And I think it's good that now we have video games so we can take out our aggression into those. If you think about it, man, pre-World War II, we were all fighting wars, If in the West, at least. In the West, like, we have relative peace in Western society, which is great. I don't think there's ever been relative peace from, like, 1950 to what now? We're at 2020, 70 years? Like where our countries are, like, there's no war against each other. Like, that's something that's incredible. That doesn't happen very often. Alright. Next news story. So, the PlayStation State of Play is happening right now as we speak. So, I'm not going to be watching it right now because obviously I'm doing the Roundup news show. But I'm thinking about maybe watching it on stream tonight after I'm done playing Warzone. Like maybe later on tonight. I'm thinking about it. If I might do it or I might not do it. Because that's probably good content to put out. So I should probably react to it. But I don't want to be spoiled on anything. So I'll play Call of Duty and then we'll switch to, like later on, maybe around 9 p.m. we'll switch to the State of Play. I don't think it'll be that long. But let's read this news story for now. So, PlayStation State of Play, how to watch, what to expect, start times. There are big things in the PlayStation 5 future. Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, I think that's what it's called. I don't know why I didn't say it. Final Fantasy 16, as well as a delayed Gran Turismo 7. But beyond the fact that these games exist, we don't know too much about them. What about Final Fantasy 7 Part 2? I don't know. They'll probably announce that soon. Hopefully that will change on Thursday. After Nintendo's last week's announcement of Splatoon 3, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, Mario Golf Super Rush, Nintendo Direct presentation, Sony announced it will have a keynote presentation of its own on Thursday's State of Play. The previous State of Play in October was all about upcoming PlayStation 5 and its user interface. On Thursday, the State of Play will focus on games. Yes. State of Play kicks off at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern, so it's going on right now. Brits will get the sneak peek into the upcoming, this is a British, I guess, article. PlayStation games just before bedtime at 10 p.m. Okay. Sony's presentation starts with business day in Australia, playing at 9 a.m. Friday. Okay. What to expect? Sony says the state of play will focus on 10 games coming to PS4 and PS5. Man, it's still coming out with PS4 games. This is crazy. Sorry. News announcements, which will include new announcements as well as an update on games shown at the last June PS5 showcase. So they'll probably show Ratchet and Clank. That's potentially big news because games shown off last June PS5 showcase includes Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, PS5 edition of GTA 5. Hopefully, we'll see more God of War Ragnarok, which is tentatively scheduled for 2021. I don't think that's coming out this year, man. I highly doubt it. Like 3 years for that game? I don't think so, man. I think they need more time. Yeah, when did God of War come out? 2018. That kind of game, man, you need more time to let that game cook. So I don't think it's coming out. I guarantee you it's gonna get delayed this year. If it comes out this year, I'm surprised. And then also when they announced it back in, what was it? Was it late 2020? They announced it at a state of play, and they didn't even show they didn't even show a cinematic trailer. It was just like the title screen and Kratos talking, you know. So I don't think it's coming out this year. I highly doubt it, unless they show gameplay at right now today's presentation. Then maybe it'll come out. But I'm pretty sure it'll be a cinematic trailer. So on to the next news story. PlayStation rakes in $2.6 billion in PS5 sales. That's massive. For the gamers without one, the PS5 is the holy grail. And one would not only value to the customer, but the big money maker for the manufacturer Sony. This released research revealed that the PS5 raked in $2.6 billion in sales. As of this week, has sold 5.21 million units, which retail at $500. Trading platform UK reports also showed that 3.5 million units of the Xbox Series X and S have been sold globally, with a preliminary revenue of 1.75 billion. So man, they made 2 million more PS5s than the Xbox Series X and S. That's surprising. I guess they were able to pump out more of them. Because I'm pretty sure if they sold 5 million, if they had 5 million Xbox Series X's and S's to sell, they would sell all of them. The holiday was a whirlwind of activity, networking among gamers, as well as those who might gift them the hotly anticipated, very difficult to find PS5 from the start of the release in the US in November 2020, despite the online frustration of devices selling out in literally 20 seconds after release, and endless long lineups for little rewards. At Walmart, clearly enough consumers got to the coveted PS5 to merit the big money revenue. In the rush to meet December 25th deadline, some parents and partners opted to purchase from third-party or non-licensed sellers as much as 3 times the retail price. That's insane, man. That is the most insane thing ever. Like, why would anybody spend that much money on a PS5? You could buy a huge, a really nice PC for that. The problem is there's no exclusives either. All the games that came out on PS5 came out on PS4. So what's the point? There's no point. Because people are like, oh, I need the shiny thing. I could imagine if there was a crazy exclusive that came out. It was only exclusive to PS5. Then that would make sense to me. And before you assume this was only in the PS5's early days, the demand is still high and the supply is still low. I've been looking for 3 months, said gamer Dan Lee, 25, in New York City-based ops tech associate, who continued to check sites daily. I never once seen it in stock. Occasionally feel compelled to go third party, but then see how much they are. Off his many gamer friends, Lee said, I only know one person who got one, and it was sheer luck. Yeah, they probably were like, they probably when they probably went online, it was like they were the first few to sign up on the website, and then they were just in the first queue to like put in the cart. Lee is one of the many North Americans who still longingly covets a PS5, yet the region leads in worldwide sales, 2.47 million out of the 5.21 million total global sales. Units were sold in Canada, United States, and Mexico. Makes sense. The North American market is probably the biggest gaming market, I would say. Where the Xbox Series X and S sold 1.98 million units. The sales could have been higher, as most retailers reported to selling the console online because the pandemic impacted production and supply. The reports found, but demand the PS5 and Xbox consoles remain high, as consumers have struggled to find either consoles in stock, with supply continuing to be constrained. PS5 was first released in North America, followed by Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and South Korea. Around the world, in Europe, 1.73 million PS5 consoles have been sold, while Xbox Series X has sold 1 million. Sales in Japan are 340,000. PS5, well, it's 3,000 for Xbox Series X and S. Wow, yeah, Xbox Series X Xbox just does not do well in Japan in general. In general, video games itself, like I'm surprised, like the home country of Sony, Japan, they don't, and they have a lot of people. They have like 100 million people. That I'm surprised they don't sell as many consoles as they do in Europe and in North America. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like the Japanese are more into mobile games nowadays, so they're not into console games as much. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. I do it live every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Twitch. I also stream every 5 p.m. from Monday to Thursday on Twitch, playing Call of Duty and other games as well, like Game Pass Monday. We play a different Game Pass game. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's the same name. And Twitter, also the same name, Cole_Drake41. And I appreciate the follow and the watch. You guys have an amazing day.